Well, the last 2 years have been really challenging, but what I'm really proud of the last 2 years is that the school has kept growing and thriving. We have not just survived the deluge. So I remember Prince at the Super Bowl 2007, under pouring rain, how he did the best performance ever. That's what the School of Architecture has done these last 2 years. Under that deluge of COVID, hurricanes, pandemic, with our problems with studio teaching, we have performed incredible in terms of research, quality of education, and general production of the school. The challenges of COVID for the School of Architecture are huge because we are studio-based. So students and faculty work together in the space for many hours, and they share papers and they share computer screens, etc. So COVID forces us to be very creative, using technology in a different way, a lot of technology, but also thinking in new ways of delivering and interacting and doing pedagogy, which has made us better. We were ready because we were ready for hurricanes. We already trained the remote teaching, but this was an opportunity for doing it better. Tulane School of Architecture stands out for the relevance of the work that we are facing. Architecture is doing buildings, beautiful public spaces, because that's what connects people emotionally, that beauty and that comfort, but also about the responsibility that we have to our planet and to the rest of the society, because buildings, public spaces occupies the air that is everyone's air, land that is everyone's, and ecology that are everyone's ecologies. So architecture needs to go beyond doing nice buildings, beyond doing nice public spaces, to really transform to the better the place that we work in. Tulane School of Architecture has a long tradition of engaging with social aspects. We are very well known from our work with the community, but we are also very invested in issues of environment and climate change. That's our society's greatest challenge. And we know climate change impacts most to the most vulnerable people as well. So that connection between environmental challenges and social challenges is extraordinarily powerful, strong, and this is a huge commitment that we have. And we are well prepared for that because we have basically all the fields of the built environment. We have architecture, we have real estate development, we have preservation, we have design. We will soon have engineering and landscape architecture in collaboration with the School of Science and Engineering. So we are dealing with all the issues of how we inhabit the planet. We have the right mix of fields. We have the right mix of people. We have great experts, Jesse Keenan, climate change, and a number of other real experts in preservation and architecture. And we are a school that is very well prepared to focus in these major challenges and how architecture is part of the solution instead of the problems. The School of Architecture of Tulane, I think together with probably other schools here in the Gulf, are focused in the relevance of architecture, in how architecture is not talking to ourselves, how architecture is not just a lingo for people who know already about architecture, but how people is part of the daily life and is part of the changing of our environmental and social conditions. So that's our challenge of leadership, to set up an agenda for architecture that is not an agenda based in the objects, but is based in the transformation of our environment. We are very lucky to have a very generous alum base. We probably are small, maybe not the richest school, but we have extraordinarily committed alums and friends of the school who are helping us in research. We have got extraordinary philanthropy to set up our global research studios, the Mintz Global Research Studios, to put an example. And we have also an enormous lack of the support for the Richardson Memorial Hall renovation. Our building is an extraordinary building. It's really well done, the second oldest building in campus, but it was in very bad shape. And fortunately, we are about to start, or just started the renovation now, thanks to, in a very good part, the generosity of our alums and friends who are going to help us to have a new space that is safe, that is excellent for teaching and research, and will change the life of the school. The future of Tulane School of Architecture is really, I see it really bright. Coming back to Richardson Memorial Hall, the renovated Richardson Memorial Hall is just a sign of what the school is becoming. A school that is growing in size, growing in ambition, growing in excellence, and growing in the willingness to impact and to set an agenda for what the schools of architecture should be focusing in this very important moment in the history of the world. A school that takes on all the fields of the built environment, buildings, public spaces, landscapes, all historic buildings, the development, the sustainable development of our land. So the school is really wanting to take a stab in being a thought leader in what it means to be an architect of the 21st century and what the responsibilities of an architect and developer and preservationist and landscape architect and designer of the 21st century.